So this is how you can collect information from people that have made their paper aeroplanes and flown them. This is Google Forms, and I'm showing you Google Forms using a PC, but you can use Google Forms on a Chromebook, on a Mac, on the website, or if you've got a tablet, you can actually use it on the browser on the tablet by using Google Chrome or by using Safari on an iPad or an Android tablet or even a phone. So I've gone to forms.google.com and it's brought me out to this page. Now I've got to be signed into a Google account to do this. So you can use this with the gmail.com account, or if you've got one from school, you can use that as well. So I'm going to make a new form and just tap this blank button here, this plus, and it comes through and it looks like this. So I'm going to call mine Paper Aeroplanes Quiz. But what I want to do is I just want to show you what this actually looks like here. So here's one that I've actually made earlier, this paper plane competition, where you get the person's name, and then there's some extra questions. I've asked for the length of the plane and the width of the plane, but you don't have to do that. Did you use any other material? And then the big question is, how far did your plane fly? Now you can use Google Forms for collecting all sorts of information, but this is just one example. Okay, so it's going to look like that. And then you send that out to people and they can answer it on a phone or any device at all. And then you collect the answers in. So you can see I've got some responses here where I've got some names and I've got some answers. So I'll go into some more detail about that. So let's go back to the form. First thing I'm going to do is give it a title. Plane competition. And then I'm just going to click up here and it will put the name up there as well. So here you can put some information. Now what I've done is I've made up some rules for my paper plane competition and I put them here. So on my other one that I've already done, you'll see that I've put here are the rules. All planes must be made out of plain paper, not card. You should fly your plane outdoors. Plane should be launched straight into the wind. So it's completely up to you, the rules, if you have any rules or not. But those that are some rules I've done to try to make it a fair test. So under here, I'm going to add my first question. So if I click here, I get this multiple choice. But what's really clever is if I put what is your name, it knows that's not a multiple choice question and it changes it on its own to short answer. So you can click this drop down and change to all sorts of different kinds of questions. So what is your name? Now it's really important here, I'm going to put required so they can't miss that out. So there we go, that's my first question. So I can click this plus to add my next question. Let's just think, what if I put what is the width of your plane? And again, these are questions you might decide not to use. You can use different ones. Short answer works for that, so I'll leave that as a short answer. I'm just going to get rid of this response validation here and move that out of the way. What I want to do, just like my other one, is in brackets I'm just going to put use cm. So we want people to put, if their plane is 22 centimeters long, just to put 22, because if they put 22 cm, then the graph will see that differently from somebody else that puts 22. So we just want to leave that out, so we're just reminding them to put cm there. Now this is important. I'm going to put required so they can't miss that out. Did I do that on that first one? Yes, I did. So and then I'm just going to put one more question in mine. So again, I'm going to go to the plus. I'm going to put, how far did your plane fly? Now you can put lots more questions if you want, but these will just be ones to get you started. And again, I'm going to go to short answer, and I'm going to make sure that that question is required. Now let's have a look at some of the important settings that we've got here. If I click this cog up in the top right hand corner, then because I'm using a school account, an educational account, I've got a tick in this box that says only people from my school can actually fill this form in. So I need to take that tick out of that box and save it. Everything else we can leave the same. Now if you're using a Gmail account, you don't need to worry about that, because if you're using a regular Google account, then that box isn't there. Okay, so let's have a look at some other things that we've got on here. I've got this box that looks like a paint palette, and if I click on it, it says choose image. So I can click on that and just choose a nice picture to go for my form. I've got lots to choose here. I can upload my own pictures. I'm just going to go for these jelly beans, and then so I'm going to click on them and then click insert, and then they will be added to my form. So my form's got a cool heading up at the top, and then I'm just about ready to go for my next part of my form. So I've got this button that says send, and if I click that, then I can email people out who want to fill my form in, or what I can do is I can just click this chain icon here, which is a link for a website, and I get this really long link here, and I can copy this and then I can tweet it or use it in Facebook, or I can send it. You can ask your parents if you can send it to people in your family or friends via Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp if you're using WhatsApp on a website. So I can copy it and then I can send that out. Now I can shorten it so that web address is shorter, but it's still very complicated, isn't it? So once I do that, that means that I can send this out to people and people can start to fill my form in. And one of the other settings I forgot to tell you about is this eye up here. If I click this, it will just show everybody what my form looks like to somebody filling it in. So you can see this is what they do. What is your name? So I can say Tim, and what's the width of your plane? And let's say 23 centimeters, but I don't write cm. How far did your plane fly? So if my plane flew 4 meters 51 centimeters, I'd put 451 because I'm going to write it in cm. I should have really written here in cm or in meters and cm so everybody knows. I click submit and I get a message to say thank you. That's it. Now what happens with this information that we've been sent? Well, you'll see up here it says responses, and now it says 1. So let's click on responses so you can see I've got my information here. But what makes it really useful is if we can actually put this into a spreadsheet. So over here I've got this little icon, this green button here, and it says create spreadsheet. So if I click on it, I want to create a new spreadsheet, and I'm going to click create. So all this is just automatically saved in your Google Drive. So you can get back to this by just typing drive.google.com and you can see all the results. Now I've only filled this in once, but I have got one where I've filled in with some more detail. So if you remember, I showed you this one, and so this has got 5 responses. So if I click on the responses, you'll see them down here, but I've already got the spreadsheet here. So if I click this, I've already set it up, it will open up the spreadsheet. So here's my spreadsheet with my answers that are down here, and you can see the answers. I've got the names of the people, I've got the time that they filled it in. Oh, I'll just get rid of this. I've actually put this in already. I'm going to show you how you can turn your answers into a graph in a minute. I had some other questions. So I've got the length of the plane, and I've got the width. Did you use any other materials? No. Paperclip, blue tack? No. And then how far did your plane fly? So what I want to do is I want to make a graph of the people, which their names are here, and the distances, and they are there. So normally what I would do is just highlight this, highlight that, and press a button to turn it into a graph. But what I've managed to do with mine is I've got my names over here, and I've got my values of how far the planes went over there. So on a PC, what I would do is I hold down the control button in the bottom left hand corner and click there. So it's the same on a Chromebook actually, and it's the same on a Mac. So if I hold down the control button and then I highlight the names and then highlight over here, then what I can do is I can come up here and there is a button that says insert chart. So I can click on that and then it will bring my chart down here. Now if you can't see the insert chart button, you can always go over here and click insert and then go to chart and then bring it in that way. So you'll see what I've got now is I've got my graph. So I can see the graph of whose plane flew, how far it flew, And so I can share that back with everybody so they can see who won the competition.